Hello, and welcome everybody who joined in this live stream where we're going to go over the next section in our quest to conquer freeCodeCamp's curriculum. This will be a tougher one because we're going over the intermediate algorithm scripting. Let me zoom in here so you can see better. We did the basic one 2 days ago. It was okay, but I still failed some of them. Well, we finished it somehow, but it was fun. Yeah, and also, if we finish this, we only have one more left to get the certification. So that's cool. Welcome everyone in the live chat, and welcome for those of you who are watching the recording later. Alright, I'd say that we should start. There are 21 problems today, or challenges, and they are not that easy. So yeah, hopefully I'm going to be able to finish all of them in this live stream. If not, then I'll do another one, depending on how it will go. Alright, let's start and see what is it about. Okay. These challenges should prepare you to complete the final challenges. Alright, so apparently the final ones will be harder. Okay, this challenge will allow you to test how much you have learned and which parts you may need to review again before starting the projects. Okay, good. One more thing before we start. If you haven't done this before, these challenges, I suggest you give them a try on yourself. Because this is the best way for you to learn. To try it first and see what solutions you come up with, and then you can look over this recording and see what I did. My solutions might not be the best. You may find something which is faster or simpler or whatever. So don't think that I have the best solution. Alright. With that out of the way, let's see the first one. Sum all numbers in a range. Okay. We'll pass you an array of two numbers. Return the sum of those two numbers plus the sum of all the numbers between them. The lowest number will not always come first. Alright. For example, sum all with 4 and 1 should return 10. Okay. This looks not so difficult. So first we need to see, we need to sort them first, right? We did a sorting algorithm yesterday. I mean, just a function we passed in. So let's see. Let's save the sorted array. We can do array.sort. One thing I want is to console.log this so we can see always what's the return here, and we can pass in the sorted array, which is now sorted by default, but let's put 4 and 1, which will also be sorted because they're one digit numbers. But if we pass in 10 and 5 like here, then they won't be sorted. We discussed about this in yesterday's live stream, why they are not. So let's create the compare function, takes a and b and returns a minus b. And then we can pass this compare function to our sort method, and now it will work. Okay, so with this out, we can, let's create a for loop. That's the simplest thing. For let I will be the first element, and it will go up to the first element 0 up to array of what? Oh, sorted array, because we changed the name, and I++. Now we can create a sum, which will be 0, and we can do sum plus equals I, right? Because I will be the first number, and it will go up slowly to the last number. Let's see the sum. We should get 45 here, good. If we pass in 1 and 4, we should get 10, and this should be done. Alright. Good. Next one. Diff Two Arrays. Compare two arrays and return a new array with any items only found in one of the two given arrays, but not both. In other words, return the symmetric difference of two arrays. Okie dokie. Let's see. We can loop over one array and check if every item in that array is in the second array with index of, right? Hello, welcome to the live stream. So let's do that. But let's see, which one array should we go over? I guess it doesn't really matter. Good. So let's do a for each loop on the array 1. We have the item, and we can say if array 2, so the second array, index of item is bigger than -1, so -1 will be, it's not in an array. Yeah, but that's what we want to test. So if it is -1, then we want to pass in the new array that push item, right? Yeah. Although, this won't push all of the items because the second array might be longer. Alright, so yeah, it doesn't work for all of them. Then we need to, I mean, we could do this one more time, but with the other array also. Might not be the best case, but yeah, this should run. The front-end topic said they seem to be ordered. Yeah, these one, yeah, they are, but look at these, they aren't. So we can't do that by using the orders. Look at this, they have numbers, and so this is one approach. Another one would be to use find here. Yeah, I guess this would work, index of. Let's see how we could do this with only one run. We can basically see the length of the arrays. So we can do something like if array 1 dot length is bigger than array 2, we can run this function, this loop, and else we could run this. So now we don't we avoid doing two loops, and it should work. Let's see. Okay, apparently it doesn't. But why is that? Oh, array 2 dot length. If the first one, then it goes over all of them. Oh no, but yeah, the item might be in the second array, it won't be in the first one, so we won't see that. So we need to go over all of the elements. Front-end topic says, but this is O n times n. Yeah, that's true. It's not the best solution, so let's just go with it now. If you find a better solution, you can post it in the comments so we can take a look there. Seek and destroy. You will be provided with an initial array, the first argument in the destroyer function, followed by one or more arguments. Remove all elements from the initial array that are of the same value as these arguments. Okay, we learned about rest parameter. So we can use here the rest parameter to take all of the inputs, all of the parameters, arguments, one of two. I don't know the difference. Forget the difference. Okay. So now we have, if we console.log rest, you can see that, oops, return rest and console.log here. You can see that we have 2 and 3. If we pass in 4, we have 2 and 3 and 4. All right. And now we just need to return an array. You have to use the arguments object. But I use the rest. Let's go with this, and then we can try to use the arguments object, although we haven't learned about it in the curriculum so far. So yeah. Remove elements for the initial array that are of the same value as those. Okay, so we can do array filter, and we get the item, and we want to remove those that are in the rest array. So we can say rest that index of item is greater than -1. So if this is greater, then it is in another array, so it will be filtered. All right, you can see here we only have the items which are. So we can say again triple equals to -1, and then it will remove those. Okay, this should work. Yep. Let's see. Wherefore at 2. All right. Make a function that looks through an array of objects, first argument, and returns an array of all objects that have matching name and value pairs, second argument. Matching name and value pair. Right? Each name and value pair of the source object has to be present in the object from the collection if it is to be included in the returning array. For example, we have one object, okay, right? Then you must return the third object from the array because it contains the name and its value that has passed on as the second argument. Alright, so we need to loop over all of these objects, and we're going to find the property value, the property name, and if it matches the property value. But I guess the second parameter could be, could have two properties. So we need to go over all of the properties. Okay, we have here the array and this array, so we need to find all of the properties. All right, this will be a little tougher. So let's see, collection for each item in the collection. Then we want to go over all the keys of the source. So for let a key in source, this way we go over all the objects, all the properties of the source object. And if source key, let's see, this is the property. So if we have this property, if item of source key, if item that key, sorry, item that key if we have it, and if item key will be equals to source key, then we want to push inside the array. So array.push item. I guess this should work. Yeah. So we're getting the keys of this second array, and we're checking if the item has this key, the property name. And if it does, we want to check if the value is the same as the value from the source. If it is, then we want to push the item. Let's see if this works. Okay, apparently it doesn't. But why? It doesn't go over all the, let's see, console.log. Last. Okay, but what if we have this input? Let's change it. Check. Something, yeah. Let's copy this all like this. Oh, but this has only one object. I want one with two, apple and cookies. So this one. Yeah, you can see that this one doesn't pass. Okay, apple cookie, apple cookie, apple cookie. Oh, I know what's the issue. Basically, we're checking the property, one of the properties, but we want to make sure that all of the properties are in. So for that, let's create a, let's see. Need to make sure all of the properties. So if it has 3 properties, it should go inside 3 times, right? So let count be equal to 0. And here we can increase the count. All right. And then at the end, if I guess we can have 2 counts. Count props should be increased here because it will go over all the props, and then let count equal props or found props or whatever. Equal props should be 0, and this should be increased here. So we go over all the properties in the source, and then we need to check if all these properties are inside the collection. And here, if count props, it will equal to, well, equal count props equal to count props, then we want to push the item inside the array. All right, now we fixed that. Let's see. All right, it works. Can we simplify this somehow? And is it worth it? I don't see now. So let's go to the next. Spinal Tap Case. Convert a string to spinal case. Spinal case is all lowercase words joined by dashes. Oh, this is simple, right? We kind of did this. So we can split it. Console.log. Let's see what happens. So we split it by the space. Then we can map it. All of the words we want word that lowercase. Like that. And we can join it back with a dash. I think that's all, right? All the, oh, not really, look at that. So we have, oh, no. So we have spaces, we have dashes, we have uppercase, lowercase underscores. So this will fix one but not the others. Now this becomes fun. Let's see, we have space, we have underscore, uppercase, and we have dash. Now we could do with space lowercase, space under, I forgot space, dashes, and underscores. We can do it with a regex. We have space, dash, and underscore. This should probably work for this. But oh, I pasted in the wrong thing. So it should work for this. Yeah, but then we have this case also. Yeah, Joy says that we can split with regex. That's what I'm trying to do, but we're also missing the so this case won't work. We just have to go over and find all the uppercases, and we want to have an idea. AZ, yeah, AZ dash and says that will work, but the problem is that we'll remove our let's see, this is, yeah, so it will remove them, right? This is Spinal Tap. No. Let's see what happens. This is Spinal, yeah. Want oh, I got this. See, this is Spinal Tap. What I was thinking is that we can use a what, I forgot how this called. Someone who knows, please correct me. And instead of splitting, we can replace this with a space, and also there was this $1. So we had replace, match, was, yeah, grouping. Joy is right, so that's called grouping. And then we could use grouping. Let's see if I put this and or that. Nah, doesn't work. And with this $1, it should have replaced replace that. Let's go over the regex part again, because we are allowed, and grouping, specify, check. There was something. I don't know which one. So it was replace. Oh yeah, use capture group to search and replace. Yeah, so you can see here we had this group, and then we could replace it with $1. That's what I was trying to do. Replace, regex, and replace text. So why don't you what A to Z and replace with 1 and space. Interesting. So this worked for this. Let's put it back and test it. And we had these. Oops. Also, we needed to change 3. So we added one more. Console.log result. So you can see it swapped 3 to 1. This works. One or more, not really. Because what I want to do is to find the uppercase. How about splitting after replacing? Well, yeah. So basically I want to replace uppercase with a space and uppercase, and then we can split it, so we remove the space and then lowercase, you know? That's in my idea, but apparently it doesn't work. Group. So with this work. So it works for the first one. Uppercase, this is not letter A to Z. Okay, yeah, look at that. So it works. We just had to put it inside brackets. So we can add a space before, and now, oh, and G here. So now you can see it's adding spaces before uppercase letter. So that's fine. Now we can do our we fixed this, and I guess this one too, sort of. It will add a space on before, but we can just trim that space. Alright, let's trim this so we get rid of the first space, and then we can also do split by, let's see, we have a group of space, I mean non-letter characters, is that right? See? But why do we have an empty string? All the small things. What will this say? So see, it's a lot of trial and error. Yeah, so we have a space there. Hey Patrick, we're working with your favorite regex. And we want to figure out what's wrong here. Well, I guess we can, that's weird. We can filter out all the spaces. Filter, item, different than space. Space. And now we can map it item to lowercase, and then we can join back with a dash. This is the this is my solution, but it's way off being perfect. So, well, I guess it should work. Patrick says that his library has a above or spinal case converter. How did you do it? Oh, so look, this is not working. The Andy, what I forgot. Let's see what it does. Okay. 2 and the lower. Yeah, so apparently it's not splitting well. Yep. So let's put this there. So big W here doesn't work for under key apparently. All right. I very curious what you'll find a better solution for it. That will be great. Pig Latin. Translate the provided string to Pig Latin. Pig Latin takes the first consonant or the consonant cluster of an English word, makes it to the end of the word and suffixes it an A. If the word begins with a vowel, you just add A to the end. If the word not contains vowel, just add A to the end. Input strings are guaranteed to be English word in lowercase. Alright, so we need to get all the non-vowels and put them. I guess, right? But how do we check if it's non-vowel? Let's see. I guess we can use replace and regex again. Kind of start to like regex. So let's see, we want to take if it's not a vowel. So can we say something like not a what, all the vowels? Console.log consonant, not a vowel, has to start, and it can be one or more. How do you say not? We put it before a o. How do you say not? Patrick, help me out. I want to say if it's not a. Oh, so this is the negation. Okay. Ew, look at that. Yay. So that works, and we need to make it a group so that we can do another one now, and we do another group which will get everything, and then we do $2. Okay, look at that, and we can say hey, ha, I like this. If this works, I'm pretty happy. Nah, I can't be happy. Why? Let's see for algorithm what it does. It does oh, I'll go. So it has to start like this. Algorithm, okay. But then if it starts with then it won't do this. So it won't change, it won't add A to the end. So basically I want to see if it's consonant, the first ones, put it at the end and add A to it, but also let, oh, but we don't need to do this. We just replace replace. So we need to keep the word. This is why I did this. Keep the word. Takes the G if it's the second, and I don't want that. Maybe here, the $sign algorithm. Yeah, but then it don't won't add it. Oh, I guess we can add plus a here, whatever. California should soon California does. California K. Why? K. California CAA. Why is that? Oh, wait. Need California. California A. Oh, it doesn't put it. But we couldn't do this now. So close. Still doesn't work for algorithm. Oh, start with. Ha ha ha. Still not close. We need this. And we have algorithm A. M-way. Why? Oh, if a word begins with a vowel, you just add way at the end. Oh boy. So if it's a vowel, then we need to add W. Hey Tobias, you're trying again. Alright, let me put some water. And then we can find it. We can do a simple if else and do string concatenation. Yeah, that's right. I wanted to be fancy with regex, but apparently it doesn't work like that. I mean, I think Patrick can do it. So if it's a vowel, how do you check that? If it's a constant, you replace it with that. If it's a vowel, you replace it with that. Regex can get fancy, but they can do logic inside them. Okay then. Then I guess we can do, if it starts with a non-vowel, we do this. Let's see. If string dot match, let's save our regex. This fancy thing. If string dot match regex, then we do this. Oops. Right. Return string. Let me copy this over multiple times so we can check for California, for paragraph, for A. So California, oh no, don't work. In match. Oh, regex.test. Right? Test. Yeah. So we had regex.test the string. Okay, so it tests. It shouldn't. If it starts with a non-vowel, what am I missing? I kinda California, yeah, this works. So it should match, right? And it should replace. Replace doesn't change the string? Yeah, so replace doesn't change. Alright. So now this works, I guess. Okay. Else we can just, so if it's not a console constant, then we can do just string plus equals a, like that. Now it works. Yay! So we test by this regex, and we can also here. We test by this regex and replace it. If it doesn't test, then it's a vowel, and we just add a. Yes, this is a nice solution. I'm very curious to see what they did. Yeah, just don't check the solutions before you made yours. So this is a non-vowel, okay. String match, string replace, concat, okay. So pretty much the same. Okay, string.0 match regex, else if, alright. They run in the same place sort of, so not a lot different. Look at that, almost 30%. This goes well. Search and replace. Regex again. I kind of started liking regex now that I understand how it works, but I guess that it will, if I won't play around with it, I'll forget. So, yep. Perform a search and replace on the sentence using the arguments provided and return the new sentence. First argument is the sentence to perform the search and replace on. Second argument is the word that you will be replacing for. Third argument is what you will be replacing the second argument with. Preserve the case of the first character in the original word when you are replacing it. For example, if you mean to replace the word book with the word dog, it should be replaced as dog. Okay. So we need to find this word and replace it with this. Spelling with spelling, Tom with John. We just need to make sure that we keep the casing, right? So a string that replace before with after. I guess place it down. This would work for almost all of them, but now we need to make sure that if I guess we can check if before 0 we need to see if it's uppercase. How do we check? Oh yeah, we check if the lowercase to lowercase is different than this. Let me think again. So before that 0 is the first letter. If it's uppercase and we lowercase it, then should be equal. So if before to lowercase means that it was uppercase and we lowercasing it. Oh yeah, so if we're lowercasing it, then it was uppercase. So this is uppercase, this is lowercase. So if it's different, then after 0 should be after 0 that uppercase to uppercase. Does this make sense to you or just my mind? And now we can do this and it should work. Let's see. Let's go to this. No, I want this with uppercase. Can assign read-only properties. Okay. So we can do that. Right, then we can do the string. Thinking of. So then let's just before will be before that split, and after will be after that split. So we're converting it to an array, and before will be before join. Just don't do this because it's awful. And after will be after that join. This is just a way to see if it works. So now it's working. Let's see. Passes, yeah, but it's not the best. All right. After will be. This is working with arrays, but I just wanted to see if this is logical and it would work. So after will be after 0 to uppercase plus after slice. Okay, see, we don't need this nonsense. We can just do uppercase the first letter and then slice. Let me know in the chat if this makes sense to you. If it is, then I'll go to the next one. If not, I'm going to try to explain it again. Alright, I see no comments, so apparently all of you are geniuses and don't need explanation, which is great. I bet you're more smarter than me, so that's good. DNA pairing. The DNA strand is missing the pair element. Take each character, get its pair, and return the result as a set 2 array or 2D array. Base pair are a pair of AT and CG. Okay, return the provided. Well, for example, for the input GC A, B, C, D. Okay, C, that's C. GCG, return the pairs. The character and its pair are paired up in an array, and all the arrays are grouped into one encapsulating array. Please explain. I just went to the other one. Sorry, Supreet. You might be behind the live stream, so make sure you catch up fast. Alright, so we have the pairs of AT and GT. What I want to do now is to create an object which will have the property name be all of the letters, and then we pair it with their pairings. Let me do it, and then I'm going to explain. I mean, see, and then we can just test if pairs A, we just say T, and if it's T, we say A. Adrian Firoy, equally confused here for sure. Okay, I'm going to go back and explain again. Now, we have this string. We can convert the string to an array with a split. Console.log. So we can see what we have. You can see we have the pair now, and we can just map over nicely and get the item and just return a nice object which will say the item as the property, like this item, and then we say pairs of item as the value. Yep, should work. So we're using the brackets here because we want the property value, the property name, to be this value item. And then we're using this object to get the value of that property name. So for example, we have G here. The first, the property here in this object we're creating will be G, and then its value will be from this object. And oh, so we need to return an array. Alright, so we need an array, not an object here. So we need an array and with 2 items in it. The first one will be G and C. G is an array. Oh, we don't need the brackets now. Okay, so something like I got confused. I thought they need an array of objects, but they need an array of arrays. So then item here can pass in the item, and the pair item as the value. Okay, let me go back to the previous one and try to explain. I need to do it again. So the issue we were having is that the second argument here, you can see it has the uppercase as the first letter in the word. It's uppercase. So if that's the case, we need to convert also this letter of the third argument in this case to uppercase. I guess this makes sense because if we're having this, we need to replace the word sleeping with the sitting word, but with uppercase S. So what I'm doing here is I'm testing if before 0, so before 0 is this word, its first letter. Let me copy this so we can better. So we're checking if this to lowercase, so we're converting it to lowercase, is different than this. So let me paste. So before 0 now is uppercase S, right? We are lowercasing it, so we have lowercase s. Then if lowercase s is different than what is here, that means that this is uppercase s, right? If this was lowercase s, then if we're lowercasing a lowercase s, we get the lowercase s, right? So only if it's different, we want the after to be after 0 plus after that slice 1, which will go over, will add, oh, this should be to uppercase. And let's console.log this again so you can. Where if this is the case, then we have an uppercase letter and we want to uppercase the first letter of the after parameter and add in the rest with the slice. What's wrong here? Should return, oh, string that, and we want to replace, obviously. Replace before with after. Alright. I hope this time makes sense. Let me know, Adrian and Spree, if it does. Going over to the next one, missing letters. Find the missing letter in the past letter range and return it. Okay. If all the letters are present in the range, return undefined. Oh boy, now this is interesting. We want to go over all the letters from this string. We want to see if we're missing one. How can we do that? One way is to convert the letter into its ASCII value. For those of you who are not familiar with the ASCII table, basically all of the characters have an ASCII value. and we have A, B, C, A to Z. You can see A has a value of 97. Z has a value of 122. So we can go over our string, get the SG value of the letters, and then we can see if the next letter is not equal to the previous letter plus 1. And if it's not, then we can just say which one is missing. Make sense? It does in my head, but let me know. Alright. String, let's create an array which will be string.split. So we convert the letters to number. We convert the string to an array. Console.log. We want to see what's returned here. We return the array, and we can see we have an array of letters. Then we want to map over, and we want to return the SG value of all the letters. To do that, there was a method char@. So we have the letter, and we return letter char@0. No, no, it was thing to char. Let's see, I forgot. There is a convert to char SG JavaScript. Let's see, I forgot that. From char code. No, that will return the char code. Char code at. Oh, okay. So char code at. Char code at. All right, good. So this function, let me put here on the second row. This function will convert the char code at 0 in this case, because it's one letter, and it will return the value. So you can see here we have 97 for the A. Alright, now we need to loop over again. Do we? Let's do it. We can store property boolean. Now we don't need to. So let's go for let I will be array of 1, array of 0. And I will go up to array of array.length -1. I++. Hello Ankit, I'm fine. We're doing some challenges. How are you? So this will set the I to be the first element, so 97, and it will go up to, we don't need to go up to, go like this, up to the last value, which will be 101. And then we're going to all of them. Now what we need to do is to check if I no, I'm missing some. No, that's not good. I'm doing it wrong. So we just need to go from I0 till I array. I had something in my mind, but it's like that. So we need to go over all the items, and let's console them. Array I. Okay, yeah, that's good now. And we need to check if array I +1 is different than array I +1. So the item at the current step +1 is different than the item with the future step. If it's different, then we found the missing link, missing letter. So we need to return here something. We'll see what now. One thing I want to do is to go -1 here, because we don't need to check the last item. So 100 and which one was that? Don't need to check. What 100 was it? Fine. Yeah, let's remove. Okay, so we don't want to check the last item here in the array because it's fine if we check this with this. Alright, so now if it's different, then we want to return its char code value, right? Yeah. So return from char code string from char code array of I plus 1, sorry. So the next one which would be missing, in this case D. Okay, I guess, yeah, and this could be undefined, should be undefined if it doesn't return here. So if it doesn't return, then all of them are fine. Okay, it works. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to wait a little more. It might be a little confusing, probably. So we're going over all, first we're converting the letters to their char code value. Then we're looping over the array, getting all the items, all the numbers in this case. And we're checking if the item at this step plus 1 is different than the item for the future step. If it is, then it's not the following letter. If it's not the following letter, we return the char code, the ASCII table value of that. I mean, we're converting the number back to the char code. That's the explanation. Hopefully it's enough for it. If this doesn't return here, we just get undefined. So from char code does the opposite of char code at. This converts back the number to its letter. So char code at converts D here. So if you want the conversion from D to 100, char code at converts D to 100, and from char code converts 100 to D. It's the vice versa functions. Alright, almost halfway there. Sorted union. Oh boy. Write the function, then takes 2 or more arrays and return a new array of unique values in the order of the original provided array. In other words, all values present from all arrays should be included in their original order, but with no duplicates in the final array. Ooh boy. The unique number should be sorted by their original order, but the final array should not be sorted in numerical order. Okay. This is a heavy one. We need to go over and put it inside an array. And if it's not there, let's see. We go over this array, we put 1, 3, 2. Go over this one, we put 5. We don't put 2 and 1 because they're already there. But we put 4. And here 2, 1, we put anything. We don't put anything. Okay, so it's not that bad. 1 through 3, 5, 2, no, 5, 4, 2, 1, no, 6, 7. Alright, so it's not that bad actually. Alright, let's put a rest parameter here so we get an array of all the arrays. Console.log here so we can see the return. We get an array of arrays. I could try something crazy with reduce. Let's do it later. First, we'll do it the simple way. Final array should be an array, and we go over we can do array for each inner array. Okay, if final array. Now we go over inner arrays here. So here we need another loop. Inner array for each item. If final array includes, this is another function we can use to find if the array has the item. If it doesn't include it, then final array that push item. This should work. Okay, so it wasn't that hard. We're looping through our big array, then we're looping through inner array, and if the item is not included in the final array, which needs to be returned, we're pushing it. Alright, I think that's pretty obvious. I don't know why I said it's hard. I had something else in my mind. Let me do it with reduce. Reduce, we have the accumulator, which will be returned, and we have the current array, inner array. Alright, and we want to, I guess I'm going to go over the inner array again. Inner array for each item. This is not required, it's just for fun. If accumulator includes, so we basically do this part here, includes item, so it doesn't include it, then accumulator that push item, and we just return accumulator, which will start an empty array. Okay, so it works like that. Can't we do it in one line? Not really. I mean, we can map over. Yeah, it's fine. So both of them are valid. Next, convert HTML entities. Convert the characters, double quotes, and pass in a string of their corresponding HTML. Okay. Do we get all the HTML entities? Or I need to find them? Let's see. Ampersand HTML. Less than this, less than is this, then we have bigger than is greater than, then we have quote, which is quote, then we have single quote, which is appos, yep, and we have the this, which is what? Amp. Okay. Well, we had it here also. I went to. Right. You gotta find them. You can easily do a regex here, replace it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So let's create a an object with the property name being all of these, and the value should be what we want to learn it. We want to replace it with, I guess. I think I can remove this, add a quote around it here, and will this, oh, This won't work for this one. Okay. I guess we can put this one. Alright. So now if we return our fancy object, I'm not sure why I'm doing it. Yeah. Then we'll have this sort of, not sure will this work. Okay. And what I was thinking is to do for let key in replate, or whatever the object is called, thing that replace the key with the ripple key, and we return the string. Oh, we need to store it back. Okay. So we're basically looping over all of the keys of this object we created, and we're replacing the key, the left side here, with the key property, the right side. Okay. Should return, but what? I guess it doesn't replace all. So replace all, is that function? No. Need to replace them all. Let's see. Guess it only replaced the first one. Yep. So how do we replace them all? Replace. Oh, I guess. Can you pass a property? How do you call regex? Can you pass a variable inside the regex? Was a way. Let's see. Pass variable to regex. Oh, look at that! I searched for it. Replace regex, replace g. You dynamically. Okay. Yeah, so we can do new regex like that. Thank you, Stack Overflow. So we can create our regex, and it will take in the key, and it will do globally. So then we're passing our regex, and look at that, now it replaces all of them because we needed this G flag, so it will find all of them. Okay, so it's not perfect yet. Why? Oh. So I forgot to add semicolon here. Yay! Now it works. Some all odd Fibonacci number. Oh, Fibonacci. Okay. We need to find the Fibonacci first. Given a positive integer, return the sum of all odd Fibonacci numbers that are less than or equal to none. The first two numbers in the Fibonacci sequence are 1 and 1. Every additional number in the sequence is the sum of the two previous numbers. The first 6 numbers of the Fibonacci sequence are 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 4. Okay. So first, oh boy, we need to get all the Fibonacci numbers, add them up until we have a number that's less than the given number. Okay. It's been a while I created a Fibonacci calculator. So we have the first one, we have the second one, and let's add the sum. And while the sum is greater than number, we want to do a will be b and b will be a plus b. We need to store the temporary first. So temp const temp will be a will be b, and b will be temp plus. Yep. And then sum will be a plus b. Right? Yeah. And we return the sum. Does this work? 0. I'm not sure what's the number we need to start with. So let's see, for 1000, 0. Alright, so that's a start. Sum greater, oh, while sum less than. Okay, we have a number, but it's not the correct number. Maybe sum should start with a plus b. No. Temporary is a will be b, and b will be a plus b. And then we add in oh, sum not equal, sum plus equal. Oh no, wait a minute. Sum plus equals b, so the last one. What's wrong? Something's wrong. I started to lose my intuition. We did a couple. 1 hour and 20 minutes. Okay, so that's been a while. Return the sum of odd. What I'm talking about? All odd. Okay, I should probably stop. So, oh boy. So we only need to add the number if it's odd. Okay. So plus equals is b modulus b modulus 2 equal to 0. We're doing a ternary here. If it is, then we add b. Otherwise, we add 0. Alright. Better. But it's not the best. So it's modulus 2, then odd. That's odd. What's the odd number? Odd numbers. Odd. Even. Oh, odd. So different than 0. Okay. Close. We need to add here 1 and 1. So a plus b. Yay! Look at that. We got the number. Okay. This number should be that number. What? Ooh. What number is that? Oh. I guess it shouldn't add it only if it's... Oh. Wait a second. First, return the sum of all odd numbers that are less than or equal to num. Okay, so not the sum should be less than, but b. It's odd that it works for this number but not for this. I guess it just adds it the last one because it's odd. That's odd. No, it's not the last. Different than... Oh. But yeah. Good. I guess I can do a check. If b is greater than num, then if b is less than it. Yeah. So if only add them if b is less than equal to. Because it might go again. I guess this should work. Oh, no, that's weird. So we need to do the check here also. Oh well. I don't want much time on that. Sum all primes. Alright, another fun stuff. We have Fibonacci, now primes, yay! Prime number is a whole number greater than 1 with exactly 2 divisions, 1 and itself. For example, 2 is a prime number, 4 is not because divided by 2. So first, let's create a function, is prime. We pass in a number, and we need to return something. We can return true, but we need to do a check for let I equals 2, I plus plus, I less than half of it or square root of it. I forgot which was the middle point. Let me write this in the plate. If number division modulus of I is 0, then we need to divide, then we return false because we found a number which is divisible with that number. So for example, we have 4. It goes here, it will start with 2, and it will check is divisible with 2. If it is, so then it's not prime. If we have 5, it will test with 2, 3, and 4. No, it won't test with 4, it will only test with 2 because we have the square root. The reason I do the square root is because it's not necessary to go up to the number. I think it's square root or half of it, something like that, because if you have 17, there's no point to go over checking over 6. No, 6. That's the square root. This is something I learned, so you should learn it. If it will work. Console.log sum of primes. Rewrite some primes so it returns the sum of all prime numbers that are less than or equal to number. Okay. So const let sum starts with 0. For let I starts with 1. I less than equals to the number I plus plus. So now we go from 1 to the number we're given, and if is prime the number, we want to sum it up. Something like doesn't work. Is prime. Oh, is prime I. Sorry, because we're using I to keep track of the numbers. 10 through 70 up to less than or equal to num. Yeah, the sum of all prime numbers that are less than or equal to less than or equal. Let's test our is prime function. Console.log is prime 70. True. 16. False. Okay. 9. True. 8. True. 8 is false. So I guess here we should go just up to. Oh, it's okay because it's not prime, but 9 was wrong. 9 is prime, is not prime because it's division by 3. So up to the square root. Okay, let's go up to the half of it. I'm not sure why I had the square root in mind. For some reason. Okay. Still wrong. Anyone watching still messing things up. What is returning? False, false, 80. Why 80? Adds 1. Shouldn't add 1. So I guess I could start with 2. That's weird. So they say return some right, so it returns the sum of all prime numbers that are less than. Oh, 1 is not prime, is it? 1 is a fancy number, so it's not prime. Okay. Okay, let me try work with math.sqrt. I have something with sqrt for some reason. Yeah, so it doesn't have to go up to half of it, just square root of it, which is less. So it saves some. The reason I know about it is because I did this a while ago, and I know that if you go up to half of it will be longer than if you go up to square root, like, right? So you save some loops there. All right, smallest common multiple. Oh, I don't like the sound of this. Find the smallest. Let's see how many we have left. 8. Okay, can we do it in half an hour? I don't know. Smallest common multiple. Find the smallest common multiple of the provided parameters that can be evenly divided by both, as well as by all sequential number in the range between these parameters. Ooh. The range will be an array of 2 numbers that will not necessarily be in numerical order. For example, if 1 and 3, find the smallest common multiple of both 1 and 3 that is also evenly divisible by all the numbers between 1 and 3. The answer here will be 6. So 1, 2, 3. I guess we can. Can multiply. No, because we need to find the smallest. No, that's part 1. I know there is a formula for SMCD, smallest common multiple, least common multiple. There is a function. This one. Okay. But we need the greatest common division also. For loop. Yeah, for loop, but I can go over and multiply them all, but then it's not the smallest. So I can do something, it will be silly. I can multiply them all and then loop over all the numbers and find the smallest like that. It won't be the best, but I have no idea how to do it otherwise now. So I guess we'll roll with what we have. Yeah, let's just do that. We can find the product by using a reduce, array reduce. We have accumulator and the item or the number, and we do accumulator multiplied with the number, start with 1. So now the product will be their multiplication. Oh, so we need all the numbers. So we need to create a new array, and for let I equals our old array, and it goes up to the value of array index 1, and now new array push I. So now the new array should be this. Okay, so we now have the product of all the numbers from 1 to 5. 1 times 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Good. And I guess we need to go over all the numbers. No, yeah, all the numbers from 1 to 120 and see if they divide equally inside that number. If they are, then we return. This is what I have now, so it's not the best by far. I will be 1. I guess we can save a few loops by going to the last type. Oh well, just do I less than or equal to our product, I plus plus. And now we need to go over all the items. So new array for each. We can do a for each, we can do a filter, a number, and we want to see if number modulus I is 0. So if it's divisible with this number. Oh no, the loop. Oh yeah, it's okay, it's okay. If I is divisible by this number, so the I in our case could be 60, for example, and we say if I, or 60, is divisible by number, which will be 1, then is divisible by number 2, divisible by number 3. Okay, so this will return the array of all the elements that are divisible by this number, and we can check and get const length of this filter, and if the length of this filter, let's call it just length, if the length of this filter will be equal to the new array dot length, so if it won't filter anything out, then it means that all of them are divisible, right? So if it won't filter out, the new array length will be the length of the filtered elements. If it does, that's the case, then we return I. Okay, so apparently it didn't work. What I'm missing? We get a number, we get I, divisible and number will be 0. Let's console that length. Okay. So we get the array here. We need the length of this array. All right, good. All right, look at that. We have 60. We also have to check if array 0 bigger than array 1. If yes, then swap. Oh, yeah, that's right. Good point. Very good point. Thank you. So if array 0 is greater than array 1, we want to do this. Array what we want to do? Array 1 will be array 0, and array 0 will be the temp value, which temp will be array 1. So we're swapping the item, because if we're checking this, now it should work. Temp is not defined. Okay. That. I guess the const temp should work. So without this check, it will be 1 because it won't get all the items. Thank you. Great. Good. So now it should work. Yeah, it's very slow because this is not how you should do it. You should use the SMM formula and then find the smallest common multiple of all the numbers. But yeah, that's Cannot reach the server to update your progress. Why? Come on. Don't let me lose this. Did it work? Okay, it did. Good. Whew. It was a harder one. They get harder and harder, I guess. Alright. Given the array, iterate through and remove each element starting from the first element, index 0, until the function returns true. When the iterate element is passed through it. Then return the rest of the array once the condition is satisfied. Alright, so basically we want to do a filter, but we need to find we need to find the first element for which this condition returns true, and then just return back the array starting at that index. So this should be fine. We need the index, and we can get it by saying array find this function, find index, and then we return array slice. Fun is not func. So this is easy with array methods we learned yesterday. Yes. So bigger than 5 should return empty array. Oh, okay. Like that. If it finds it, or otherwise 0. Array.length -1. So we need a Z. Oh. So if it doesn't find it, then it should return an empty array. So if what's in there? Console.log x for this one, because the function finds if the n bigger than 5 and doesn't find anything, so we should just return an empty function in. What's wrong? Oh, not console.log. I forgot to add the drop function, so this should be removed. Okay, -1. Alright, so we can check if index is -1. We want to just return an empty array, otherwise we do the slicing. Now this should work for our special case. Okay, next. Steamroller. Flatten a nested array. You must account for varying level of nesting. Alright. I think we can use the flat method. Flat was a new method, you know. Let's see. Array flatten JavaScript. That. See. Close, but not really. A flat turn. Yeah, that's it, the function flat, but it only works for one level deep. So array flat all levels. Oh, we pass in the depth defaults to 1. But how do we know the depth? Oh, infinity. Okay. You should not use array flat. Okay. That was really fun. I thought I thought that I'm getting away with it, but apparently not. Yeah, using flat is not allowed. Oh boy. Ah. Alright. I'm upset now. Why is not allowed? It would be so easy. Oh, flat map. Flat map, I think, is the new one. Flat map mapper function is not callable. Why? Oh well. Anyway. Yeah, that would be such a nice solution. Okay, I guess we should go over the arrays and just find if it's an array, and if it is, we need the inner value. We can write our own recursive function. Can we? Not at this time. I'm tired. Okay. Yeah, you can see here that this one returns 1, 2, 3. This one returns the object also. So yeah, they remove the empty array also. Can't use flat. I can hack it. You try to do it using recursion, and what happened? Wait, I guess that Adrian, hello, the description. Thank you for subscribing. I guess let me try to hack this. Just trying. Don't know if this fancy array. Nah. Fancy array flat. Fancy array flat. Right? Nah. Never mind. I'm just fooling around, but I'm not that good with prototyping. Alright, let's do it the old way. We need a returning array, so it will be an empty array. Then array for each item inside. I think it needs recursion. Oh. Is someone clever enough in the chat to tell me how to do it with recursion? The flat turn. Get an array here. If array yeah, Joy, that will work, but only one level deep. What you sent. Let me show you. Cat. See, so it does the same as truncat array. It only works one level deep. Haha, hey, new subscriber. So we need a base condition for our recursive function. It will if array if this is not an array, then we want to return item. Otherwise return the call of flatten with item this. I'm not sure what I'm doing. Yeah, if array is array. So if it's array, if it's not an array, we return the item. But if it is, then we want to return item at level x0, I guess, but it won't work if there are multiple levels. Let's see. Console.log flatten array. Yeah, you can see it goes for the first one. If we put array of what was it, 3, get undefined. No, not good. I think it will work for this one because it has elements like that. No? Let's think. We need to go over all the elements inside the array. If they are arrays, we want to remove the array. This function we built. Oh, yeah, you can see it works for the first one, not for the second one. I guess we can do now for each flatten item. Let's see what happens. A, B. Okay, we get A and B. What about this? One, two, three. We don't. Why? Item with because this one has double trouble. How we can take care of that? Also, it won't work for this one as we want, or will it? Yeah, it will. So it doesn't work if this array, which is passed here, has multiple arrays. Don't need here 0. I have an idea. We can return a false. Nah. Don't remember doing this challenge before. I know I did a lot of JavaScript challenges, but I don't remember how I did this. Probably using flat, but they didn't have the condition back then. I could try something else. Const power flat array prototype flat. What phrasing is this? That they don't have an error. Turn flat. Oh, function flat. Oh well. I keep trying to hack the system, but I'm not that pro to do. I wanted to copy the flat method and then use our own flat method, because that will probably pass this test. Okay, I'm going to do the next one and we'll try again that afterward, because I don't want to waste that much time now. Return an English translated sentence of the past binary string. Okay, so I did a challenge. I mean, I did a tutorial on my channel exactly with this. So it should be pretty easy if I remember how I did it. So we get all the characters here, and then we map over to convert them into parse int item to string to it was a function which converted the number to letters. Okay, yeah. So parseInt converts the number to its character value. And then we can just do string from char code. We did this in the char code like that. And we have the digits. And now we can join back. Yay! Okay, so we getting the SG value with parseInt because they're binary, and then we're converting them to characters using from char code. Okay, this was easier. Everything be true. Check if the predicate second argument is truthy on all elements of the collection first argument. In other words, you are given an array collection of objects. The predicate pre will be an object property, and you need to return true if this value is truthy. In JavaScript, truthy values are values that translate to true when evaluated in Boolean. Remember, you can access object properties through either dot notation or what? So we need to check if it has the property. I don't understand the question, the challenge. We have age 0. Oh, age 0 here, false. Okay, female, and this doesn't have it. Alright, I think I know. First, we need to go over the collection. So collection for each item. Let's see the item. Okay. We have the items, and now we want to do for let key in item. If key equals pre and item of key and item of key, then this is okay. So we want to check if it's not okay. So if it doesn't, otherwise return true. No, apparently not. Let's see. Console.log key and item key. For let key in item, we go over all the keys. If the key is pre, okay, then we check if key is pre and if the item.key is true. Oh, yeah, so if it's true. If it is, if it's false, then we return false. Oh, we also need to check. Maybe it doesn't have the property. First, we check if item of key is something. If it is, then we go over it, or we don't need to go over it. No, because starting to lose my concentration. If not item.key, so if it doesn't have that, has doesn't have this property, then return false. If it does, okay, so we return false. It doesn't have the property, and we return false if item of false. Key is not defined. Pre. No, it's still not good. I didn't understand the challenge. Check if the predicate is true on all elements of the condition. Oh, so if it's on all, yeah, but this goes over, and if it finds one, it returns false. So that should work. In other words, you're given an array of collection. The predicate will be an object property, and you need to return true if its value is truthy. Otherwise, return false. If it doesn't have that property, let's console log and see what it does. True. Okay, so all of them have that. And now we need to check some pre. Male, female. Okay, so this should be true, it's true. Let's check for this, which should be false. See why it's not false. False undefined. Should be false. So this false. Should go here and return false. Why doesn't? Here. Okay, so it goes here. Should return false. Here 2, 1, whatever. Yeah, it goes out. Backslash. So true mail goes there, true mail goes there, and it returns. Or returns from this. I need to return from the function, bro. Let's convert this to a for loop. For let I equal 0, I less than collection length I plus plus, and then I item will be collection of I. All right. For this fast, this item is defined. Let item, item. Now it should go out of the for loop. Sorry. Here false. Okay, yeah. See, after this it goes out. All right. So this is a lesson from the for each method. If you return, it doesn't do anything, I guess. I'm not sure, but it doesn't work as we want it here, at least. That's what we know. Good. Next one. Arguments optional. Create a function, then subs two arguments together. If only one argument is provided, then return a function that expects one argument. Okay, so basically what we did of currying, right? So we have x here, return function which returns x takes y, returns x plus y. No, should return 5. Let's see. Console.log. It returns a function. Function returns a function. What I mean? Oh. Again, if only one argument is provided, then return a function that expects one argument and returns the sum. Oh, okay. So we have here A and B. If not B, then we do this. And we pass in B and A. Oops. Otherwise, we return A plus B. So we don't have B. Then we're returning a function, which then will return A plus B. Else we return A plus B. Okay. Now, function. And what case we have here should return undefined. Why? If either argument isn't a valid number, return undefined. Okay. So if number is integer and we need to check number is integer and return undefined. So if they are not numbers, we return undefined. If they are numbers, but we don't have B, we return a function which expects B. Otherwise, we return the calculation. To return undefined. And what does it return? Add together 23. Now the integer number is not working. That's interesting. False. Oh, and sorry, this should be or. So if one of them is not an integer, then we return. Okay. We are still learning. Let's see what's now. Add together is not a function. What? So if we don't have b or b is undefined, we return a function. This is not how we did with currying. Let's check. Functional and currying. Yeah, function, return function. So this is exactly what we did there. Why doesn't want to work here? Be undefined. Be undefined. Add together is oh, yep. So if a is not an integer and b is not an integer, but here we don't have b, so it won't be an integer and it will return undefined. So we need to do this first, and then this check we'll do here. Makes sense because this was b was undefined, so it wasn't an integer and it returned undefined, and we can't call a function on undefined. All right. Apparently now this doesn't work. Let's see why. Should return undefined. Let me get this 23. Why? So first b is undefined. And returns b. Oh, we need to check for b. So many checks. If is number, return undefined. Okay, and we have one more. Wait. There's a function. Why didn't so b is undefined? It should go here. Okay, it goes here, and let's put b is undefined. Return function x is number is not integer. Then oh, it returns a function because b is undefined. But it should check for a. Oh boy. I am now starting to just complicate this. I just did the checks for all of them, which is not that good. Oops. Yeah, please simplify it and let me know how you did it. Make a person. Fill in the object constructor with the following methods. Get first name, last name, full name, first name, last name, full name. Run the test to see the expected output for each method. The outputs that take an argument must accept only one argument, and it has to be a string. These methods must be the only available means of interacting with the object. Good. So we need to make getters and setters. Alright, you know what? I'm going to stop now because I'm tired. And I'm going to continue tomorrow morning. As I'm tired and I really don't know now how to. I mean, I know how to do it, but it will be just a pain. Thank you all for watching till now, and see you tomorrow with the rest of them. We have, let's see, 1, 2, 3 more. So it will be probably a quick one. Let's see, map to derpis. New arrays on the elements attitude or. Okay, so some calculations. Let's see, maybe we can do this now. New array that transforms the element's average altitude into their orbital period. Name and average. You can read about orbit period. Here, the value should be rounded to the nearest whole number. Body being orbited is Earth. The radius of the Earth is that, and the GM value is that. So moon, bubble, basically a calculation of all of them. This should be easy if we find the formula. Blah blah blah. Orbital period. T in seconds of 2-point masses. Calculate elliptical orbit. 2PA3U. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to look over this and tomorrow again. This also. Good. Thank you all for staying up till now. If you did. If you didn't, then shame on you. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.